Hey guys, welcome to part 3 of my cognitive behavioral therapy and music therapy series. In this series, we've been talking about the 3 main aspects of CBT: thoughts, feelings, and actions. Part 1 was about thoughts, part 2 is about feelings. Today, we're going to talk about actions, so stay tuned. So in each of my videos in the series so far, I've talked about the cognitive triangle, which addresses the ways that thoughts, feelings, and behaviors are all connected. When we change one, the others will follow. There's ways we can address our thoughts, there's ways that we can address our feelings, and there's ways we can address our actions. 2 of those ways to address actions in helping us to feel better and to live more of a life that we want is to use something called behavioral activation. This is a concept in therapy that helps people improve their mood and encourage them to take action even when they don't feel like it. A lot of the times when we feel down, we don't engage in the activities that help us feel better. We might avoid things like exercising or spending time with friends. Then when we feel worse, we avoid things more. So you can see how this can turn into a little bit of a downward spiral. Behavioral activation focuses on breaking this cycle by encouraging us to do small and achievable actions to improve our mood. Another skill that I want to throw in here, though we're not really going to address it that much in this video, is opposite action. This is a dialectical behavioral therapy or DBT skill that is similar in some ways to behavioral activation in that it encourages you to do the opposite of what you're feeling. For example, if you're feeling sad and you tend to isolate yourself, reaching out to a friend, texting a friend, going out to a coffee shop and being around people. This helps shift your mood and behavior in a positive way even when our emotions are telling us not to do them. So you can see how using these techniques can break that cycle between our thoughts, feelings, and actions. Today, I'll be walking you through a music therapy intervention that addresses actions and ways that we can break this cycle using behavioral activation. Then after that, stay tuned for some other simple ideas on how to break this cycle. So first, let's figure out where you are in this cycle. A simple way to do this is to fill out a cognitive triangle. You can start at any point, thoughts, feelings, or behaviors, whatever you feel like is standing out the most to you or is getting in your way the most. For example, I might feel overwhelmed, and that's the thing that's standing out to me the most. Now let's break it down even more. Other feelings I have are stressed or stuck, and then I can go on to thoughts or behaviors. So thoughts, I'm having thoughts like, I just want to relax, but I can't. Or I keep thinking about everything I need to do, or really don't want to do all of these things. And then my actions would be to not do anything because I just feel overwhelmed. Now let's change the action and see what happens. I might do one small task, and then my feeling that follows will be a little bit more motivated, a little bit more self-assured that I can do this. My thoughts might be, I can do this. Obviously, it's not always as straightforward and simple, but it does kind of give you an idea of where you're at and how all these things are interconnected. Next in our intervention, I have a handout on creating a behavioral activation plan using music, which you can find in my description, along with the whole session plan and all my handouts for this video. So first, we'll start with the task. What do you want to complete? What is it that needs to be done? Or what is it that will help you feel better? And then in time, I'm just gonna write how much time I estimate this task will take. And then in the music section, I'm going to brainstorm maybe some kind of moods or genres or even specific songs that I think would motivate me or that would go well with this task. And then I'm just going to process how this might impact my thoughts and feelings. Now, if you're a music therapist or therapist and you want to use this in your sessions with clients, you can fill this out with a group or individuals, and you can use it just to kind of prepare them to create the playlist, or you can create the playlist with them in the session. Like you can make a playlist for each task, or you could do one song per task. It kind of depends on what you're trying to do or how long things are going to take you. So it's kind of flexible, kind of do what you want with it. Now you might be saying to yourself, this just seems like another task to complete. Well, maybe, but part of the idea here is that this can help us transition into doing the things that we want to do. And hopefully it's an enjoyable way to do this. So you're listening to music and you're creating the playlist and you're thinking about what you're going to be doing and you're visualizing what you're going to be doing. So it's a way to kind of mentally prepare and also makes it hopefully enjoyable. I mean, that's the beauty of music therapy. You just throw music in there and things become a little more enjoyable, a little less intimidating. So the next step in this intervention is just to create your playlists. So you can do this on YouTube, Spotify, Apple Music, whatever platform you use. You can name it something like behavioral activation, or you can just name it something like, you gotta get this done, bro, just do it. So that's the gist of the intervention. Some other ways you can use music therapy to help with actions is to create playlists for different emotional states. So like every time I'm anxious, I'm gonna listen to this playlist, and maybe it's songs that are peaceful or calm you down. Every time I'm feeling lonely, I'm gonna listen to this playlist. Every time I'm feeling sad, I'm gonna listen to this playlist. Another thing you can do, it's kind of like what we just did, but just creating playlists for each task. So like if you clean the house once a week or once a month in my case, or less, then you can create a playlist for 45 minutes. And you know that when I get to the song, I'm halfway done, or when I'm on the song, this is the end. And a lot of the times when things are time-based, it's more motivating because you know, okay, as long as I'm doing this for 30 minutes or the length of this playlist, I'll have the rest of the day. Versus task-based, where it's like, I have to do this thing, and you don't feel like you know how long it's gonna take, and it feels intimidating. Another thing you can do is visualization with music. So there's been a lot of interesting research on visualization and this helping complete tasks or helping do well in a sport just by visualizing yourself playing the game well or by doing a task. It can help us do it better and to feel more motivated to do it. So just choosing some background music and sitting for a little bit and kind of just like picturing yourself walking through the task and doing the task and picturing how it's going to feel when you're done, and that can be motivating for some people. Well, there you have it, my intervention idea for music therapy and CBT actions. I hope that this was helpful for you, and if it was and you enjoy this content, please like, share, and subscribe. I post videos on Fridays on music therapy, psychology, therapy stuff, creativity, all that fun stuff. So subscribe if you're interested to see more videos like this, and I hope to see you in my next video. Thank you for watching. Have a good day. Bye.